Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to the 2024 MFL Field Vision Podcast with Nadim and Ubi. I got Ubi by my side right here.
Welcome everyone.
We got our moderator, Waleed.
Yo.
And then, obviously, the Magicity flaked on us once again. I think it's time that we fire him. He's done. Done deal. No more showing up.
Officially.
Officially.
He's too much like LeBron and the Eagles. All right, let's get to it.
Talking about the first game, Muslimin versus Arab C. Muslimin winning 26-21. I don't know if you guys watched that game because I was reffing, and Ahmad Hassan, he just doesn't have an offense. He's I don't know. He just can't throw the easy passes and all that stuff. But what do you guys think?
I think he might be a little too reliant on Azuz, and then also another thing I notice is when he just when he wants to bail me out, he just throws it down to Tawfiq. I mean it's a good idea, but you don't want to do it every time. You wanna put the ball in like other people's hands. There's Amin, there's Omar, there's a bunch of other people.
Yeah, I think you summed it up pretty good. I feel like with that offense, you stop Azuz, it's just over. I feel like whenever somehow Azuz is blanketed, he just chucks it up Tawfiq and hopes that Tawfiq gets it. I mean, Tawfiq comes down with it pretty often, but you can't rely on that when it's just, hey, look for Tawfiq, throw it up. I feel like he's not using Amin the way Amin is supposed to be used. Amin, in my opinion, Amin has one of the biggest catch radiuses in the league.
Mm.
So, I mean, throw him up that contested ball, man. Overthrow him. He'll still get there. I mean, back in his prime was, I mean, he's still in his prime, in my opinion, but he's just not used the way he usually is. So I feel like if he could just spread the ball out more and not rely on Azuz so much, like that game can be completely different. Their season could be not the way it is right now. It could be, I mean, I could have seen them going 3-0 if Ahmad could really use his weapons. And then as far as Fahad goes, man, same old Fahad, throwing up whatever it is to Ben. He has Nuh over there. But I still don't trust Fahad as much. Although, I mean, he's winning, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing the offense yet. But I guess maybe come playoff time, he'll turn it up.
How is Nuh doing? Does anyone know? Anyone have stats on him?
Did amazing at pass rushing. That was his main.
I did see that, but
take away from this.
What about offense?
I mean, I know from what I can see defensively, he's there. It looks like he has
2 sacks.
Yeah, he has sacks, and then looks like he has 2 receiving touchdowns, which is great, but not second round worthy. I mean, if you look at other names on there, you have another second rounder, Monty. Monty has 4. So I'd like to see a little bit more production out of him, but I mean, it all starts with Fahad and the blocking, but don't get me wrong. On the other side of the ball, Nuh is doing amazing. Like he's just because he's not getting sacks, he's still getting that pressure up there, and with pressure comes picks and all that type of stuff. So he's definitely doing good out there.
I'll say this: you can't be on Fahad's team, be the second rounder, and not have more than 2 touchdowns by week 3. I think he should at least minimum have 4 touchdowns.
Well, you gotta remember Fahad was out of town week 2.
So that is true.
To judge it by that.
Still, he had 2 weeks with Fahad. That's 2 touchdowns every week.
For sure. I think Fahad, out of all the other quarterbacks, he definitely does the best job of distributing the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't rely on one specific target like Omar. On the other hand, he's relying on Azuz. But Fahad spreads the ball out so much, man, and it makes their offense just that much better. I just don't see the oomph in their team. Like I don't see their firepower, their star power. But I mean, come playoff time, Fahad's gonna turn it up.
Oh yeah.
Going to the second game, Intifada versus Mu'mineen. Intifada winning by 18-14.
3-0. 3-0. Oh, remember last year when you and Doom were calling each other Mr. 2-0, Mr. 3-0. Are you gonna call him Mr. 3-0 this week?
Bro, he's 3-0. He deserves it.
Yes, sir.
He went off. He went off against number 1 in the power ranking.
For sure. But I'm gonna let you take it over. What do you think happened in that game?
All I know is Dumi was cooking. He was moving so well in the pocket from what I was seeing, and your guys' defense was straight lockdown. I didn't see any AJ. I didn't see really anyone do anything on the other team. So and you guys contained Ahmad really well. Anytime he tried to get out of the pocket, there was Monty and there was the other rusher. He was always there to get the sack. I saw Ahmad barely like run at all. So you guys did an amazing job.
I think our main point going into the week is just stop Ahmad's run. Like, just stop his run. Don't let him run. Force him to throw. So we kind of had Monty, and Monty was MVP of that game. I mean, offensively, he had a touchdown. He had a big run. We just had to contain him. That's all it was, and I feel like our defense did a pretty good job at that, just containing him, not letting him run. He got a few off, and that's Ahmad being Ahmad. Like, you can't completely shut that down. But offensively, he just couldn't run, so he had to rely on throwing. Hamada had a couple crucial drops. They had a couple touchdown drops that they missed. Osama had pick of the year in the red zone. Not sure if you guys remember that. That was one of the craziest catches I've ever seen. I was tripping after that. But I feel like after that pick, like the game was over. I mean, Dumi kinda wanted to keep you guys on the edge of your seats. So he decided to throw that pick at the very end to, make the game a little interesting. I liked our defense going in.
Yeah, Monty was for sure probably the MVP of that game though. You definitely hit that. All right.
But yeah.
Going to the third game, FC Palestina versus Sanam, with FC Palestina winning 40-8.
God, man.
Ubi's comeback.
God. Okay, hold on, bro.
Ubi,
hold on.
Should we call it a comeback?
Hey, all I gotta say is this is me with a full team, and I didn't even use my full team on offense. So I think we're back on the right track. We didn't play against EB, but I got a few things to say. Zaid, dog. Malik, dog. Ayman, dog. Imam Herbert with that throw, dog.
Dog.
Who else? Aus, Ala, dog.
Was that throw that Imam Herbert threw? Was that a touchdown or did he? I think he stepped out of bounds, right?
No, that was a first down.
It was a first down, but he stepped out of bounds. Like, that was a touchdown though, right?
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
It would have been a touchdown if he stepped out.
Man,
if he didn't step
that would have been
out of
the
bounds.
craziest play in history. Imam Herbert throwing a touchdown pass, bro. That would have been unbelievable.
Man, he's been asking me to throw the ball, so I was like, all right, here you go.
What was the score at that point when you guys did that?
I think it was close. It was like 20-something to 8, right, Walid?
That's close to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 20. It was probably like 21 to 8.
I think easily come back if Herbert just threw a pick.
Yeah.
I don't know why Albeida called that. Like, that was so risky.
Hey, I trust my players.
But man, hold on. Let me take a second to just hype this team up, man. Ubi 6 total touchdowns. Everyone was going off. Everyone was going off. Like, there was not one single person on that team that just didn't do good. I felt like everything was clicking for them. I'm just sitting there in the back, man, seeing Ubi score his first touchdown. But the question is, at the end of the day, is it because Siraj is not playing, or is it because you guys got Ala? What's the question? Or what's the answer to that question?
I mean, I'll say this. Ala was even playing on offense. So, and also, I'll say this. Siraj does get picks. I saw he got a pick last week against Ahmad. So, Siraj is, he's always going to be solid. So
Siraj, if you're watching this, you do matter.
He doesn't
At the end of the day, you do matter.
I don't think I don't think it has anything to do with that. I think what happened was I just figured out my personnel. I told my receivers what roles they have in that game, and they just executed it perfectly. Everyone knew what 100%. To do.
And then looking from Salam's side, man, it's the complete opposite of what you guys were doing. Everything was going wrong for him, man. Yanal's number one receiver was the dirt that day. Everything was hitting the ground. I just feel like he was just inaccurate. I mean, one of the first plays of the game, he just threw. Was it the first play?
Yeah.
First three passes by him.
Or
Yeah,
punts.
like he was just throwing it up. I feel like Yanal just looks for home run throws all the time, and that's his issue. Instead of just slowly trying to trust his receivers and like yards after catch, but everything was just going bad. I remember there was one play, Ali Benny was in the end zone. He smacked the ball. It got tipped up somehow, and it ended up being a touchdown. So that everything was just going bad, man. It's just one of those games. But I feel like with EB coming back, they'll definitely bounce back. But as far as your team, it's only
In
up
the
from here.
team.
What's up?
Do you remember how Eddie says like there's no passes on his side or anything like that? Was the Zayd Dullah catch considered on his side?
That was on his side.
It was on his side.
Or is he gonna say that was a little behind him or something, or he's gonna throw some BS excuse?
Here's the thing, man. I never understood, like, if you're gonna tip the ball, I never understood how you hit it up. Like, you never hit it up.
I'm talking about the other one. That was Maddox touchdown. I'm talking about the one Zayd caught it.
Yeah.
Was that on Eddie's side?
It was. It was. I think it was closer to the middle, but I could consider that letting up a touchdown, and then also that one that tipped one to Madik where it got tipped up. Ali you're supposed to swap those down, man. He tipped it straight up. It bounced around and ended up in, I think you said Madik's hands. So
got bullied out there.
So
man.
yeah, it was a bad game, not only for him but just the whole team in general, man. It was just a massacre, man. But
very bad flag pulling.
For sure, very very bad. But hey, at least they put up points, so that's all that matters, right?
Yeah, all I gotta say, Zayd scored 2 TDs this game. He's no longer a reach. He was he's looking like a prime Megatron out there. So
man, he
him,
came up
him
to
and
me.
Chuz is he's what's his name? Rice. What is his name?
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice.
Zayd came up to me after the game and he's like, "Who's a reach now? Who's a reach now?" He starts getting in my face. I was like, "Bro, you're good. You're good." He's like, "Who's a reach now?" And he's getting all hyped up, and I'm like, "Hell yeah, man, hell yeah." But yeah, man, great game. At least that game helped you guys get into your point differential. You guys are only -40 now or something like that. So
let's go, baby.
At least that helped you guys a little bit. you cut your point differential in half. But yeah.
Let's go to week 4. These are all great games. These can be all game of the week matchups. So starting off the first one, Mu'minin versus Saddam. What do you guys think, and who's gonna win?
Okay, so man, honestly, with Salam, man, it's just EB. It just matters on if EB comes or not. If he shows up or not. This boy thinks he's Drake, can leave whenever he wants. It just matters if he shows up or not. So if EB's there, I'm taking Salam. Just because EB's gonna be mad. Although he's gonna be rusty, he's gonna be mad. He's gonna get there. But at the same time, if you look at it from Omar's perspective and Mu'mineen are pissed. I know AJ's pissed. He didn't get the ball fed to him enough. So it's a toss-up. I know I said I'll take EB with Salam, but I think I still got Mu'mineen at the end of the day. Just home on, man.
I think it's going to be Mu'mineen by low-key at least a couple touchdowns.
Yeah, Omar's run, man.
Yeah, I don't see how they're going to be able to stop Omar's run.
For sure.
And also EB doesn't have I feel like the best blockers. So and Ahmad has like some crazy rushes. So I don't see EB having like just an easy time out there.
Man, if Omar puts Hamada again at rushing, that game is over, man. Against us, our offense slowed down last week because they put Hamada at rusher. And man, Hamada was just getting in there, man. Our offense got shut down. It's like at the end of the game, like 10 minutes left, Hamada shut down our offense. He was just getting to do me so freaking quick, man. I was lining up in the slot trying to chip him a little bit to give the blocker a little extra help. As soon as I break out of my route, I turn around and Doomi's flag is in Hamada's hand and he's just laughing. So if Hamada's at rusher, he's getting to EB all day, every day.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's that game.
Now, the game of the week. Finally, Al Baida FC Palestino versus Arab FC both are finally gonna have their game of the week.
Mm.
Abede, you wanna? What you thinking, Ubi?
I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be a close game for sure.
High scoring, low scoring.
I'd say low scoring. They Almada's team, they have a really good defense. So if I could find holes, we'll have success. If not, I mean, it's gonna be a tough time.
Just
for
when
me.
in doubt, man, throw it up to Zayd.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
all
I'll
that
just
matters, man.
I'm gonna send Zayd down to Tawfiq's side and then just throw it up. I got Zayd 10 out of 10 times.
What do you think score's gonna be?
I'm gonna go 20 24 to 14 15. I'll say 15.
24-15. It just sucks, man, because if you look at it from whatever you want to call that team, man. I'm protesting right now. Autos FC, Sprite, whatever you want to call them. I feel like their games just, they can't close games. They put points up, they'll match their opponent's points. They just can't close that final drive out. Or they just get beat on that last drive.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it'll be very close. I still think FC Palestino is gonna come out with the win. Just because, man, you guys are on a momentum, man. Like, whenever you get that momentum, especially having Aus back, you guys are gonna go on a run for sure.
And we have Ala at receiver now. So
For sure. So I'm thinking, man, 30. It's gonna be, you guys are gonna put up at least 30 points, I think. Think you guys might hold them to 21, 26. But I still definitely got you guys. As long as you literally contain Azuz, you don't let Azuz get that missed flagpole here or there, and then you just don't get mossed by Tawfiq 50 times. I think you guys got it.
I think I'll say this. I think we do have the personnel at least to not get mossed 50 times, just because other than me at coverage, I mean, like, there's Malek, Ala, Aus, Zayd. I mean, they're all taller people. So I think I don't think Tawfiq should just, have an easy moss, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think you guys definitely have the good matchup to stop that, especially with all those big time players in the secondary.
Yes, sir.
Now the last one, Intifada versus Muslimin.
Man. I got my team, man. I got my team. I was saying earlier, I don't see it in Fahad's team like I did last year, man. Fahad's team was putting up points last year. You felt like they were the dominant team, but I just don't see it. I feel like his blockers aren't doing him the best. Omar Hassan, I love you guys, but I don't see their blockers doing the best against our rushers. Nuh's just got to pick it up on offense. He can't keep relying on Ben. Ben is amazing. Ben is an amazing player.
Mm-hmm.
But the offense he can only do so much, to where Fahad's got to start relying on other people. And if those other late round guys can't make up for it, I think we're going to get it down. And then I think Fahad's main thing is throwing it deep to Ben. And with our safeties, man, with Doomy being back there, Doomy's, in my opinion, a top 3 safety in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So he's getting there, batting down passes. He's playing that single high, that's the single high in the cover 3. So
yeah,
I got our team, man. I got our team.
Man, I'll say this. I do want to say Fahad. I mean, I know Fahad's gonna put up points, but man, having Monty as a rusher he's the X factor. He's like, Fahad is known to, get that extra time in the pocket and throw it deep. But if you have Monty at rusher, I don't think he's gonna have that time. And especially
100%.
with his blockers, I mean, they're good blockers, but they're not like primary blockers, I feel like.
Yeah.
So I really think you guys are gonna win, but I think it's gonna be a shootout. But I'll say this, this game really depends on how Doomy does. I mean, he could do what he did last season. He play a little too fancy, and then just throw picks straight to Fahad, or he can just go off. But I think riding off of the momentum, I think you guys got this.
Yes, sir, baby. And we're waiting for it. We're coming for you, Fahad. I'm coming for you. Last year, think Dumi threw three. I think Dumi threw 3 picks last year to Fahad. Like
Yeah.
Fahad had 3 picks that game, and he was getting in his head. But we're coming back, Fahad. We're coming.
Like going to the last segment. What was y'all's welcome to the MFL moment?
Oh, that's a good one.
Nadim,
That
you go
is
first.
a good one. Right off the top of my head, man, my first season. This was summer of 2023. Summer of 2023. I was on EB's team. We're playing. It's week. I can't remember if it was week 2 or week 3. Week 1, we had a good game. I think it was a blowout. I can't remember who we played, but it was a blowout. So it was that late. It was kind of a laid back game. But it was either week 2 or week 3. We played Fahad. And I'm over there, like, EB's telling me to do stuff. And EB's IQ's through the roof, right? So he's telling me to run this route and run that route. And I'm running. I break out of my route. I turn around, and I just get thrown. I get hit from the back. I turn around. I look up, and it's Fahad. Fahad stands over me like this. He's like, "Welcome to the big leagues, fella," or something like that. And he's just yelling in my face. And the play's still going on. Like EB's scrambling and stuff, and Fahad's still standing over me like this. So that was definitely my welcome to the MFL moment. But I'll never forget that. It was funny. Even after the game, he came up to me and we were just laughing about it. So it was funny.
Man, Fahad, stay yapping.
For real, man. For real.
How about you, Ubi?
Man, this one was a while ago. So this is when I played for NS's team. This was what?
That's OG,
How long ago?
OG.
How long ago was that? Like, I'd
You
say
getting
at
up
least-
there, Unc?
Man,
You
that was at least
getting up there.
that was like 10 years ago.
Was that when he had the worst team ever?
It was like second worst team. I think the worst team was Muslimin at that time. Or yeah, it was like was it Muslimin? There's Muslimin 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0 or something. It was Nasser Qanda's team. Yeah, it was that team. That was the worst team than Anas. But yeah, so Anas told me to go in and rush, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna, just try to play smart. I'm gonna play coverage or whatever, because I thought, the other team heard Anas. So I go play coverage, the play ends, and then Anas gets in my face. He's like, Abaida, ya kalb. And bro, after that, I was like, Hadlet, man, I'm gonna listen to anything you say. That's my bad. I got you on anything. So
Man.
that was an awakening right there.
Oh man.
Imagine Anna saying that these days, bro. I can't take him seriously, man. I wouldn't be able to.
Man, he always likes to clown around, but it's all good.
Those were some rough
What happened to my
times.
camera?
Ubi.
Man,
My camera's bugging.
bro, I went from that team, then I went to Ahmed Mahmoud's team, and then Ali Z's team. So it was rough times for a few years.
Then he went. Then I think the year after he went to Obada, but Russian only.
Yeah, yeah. Abada had me rush only, and then I after that I think I went to Hazem. Was it after?
Maybe,
Yeah.
but then hasn't. No, you went to Yusuf Akha's team. Then you start showing a little bit of potential.
Yep.
And then you finally blossom when you went to Hazem.
Yep. No, I think Hazem put me on the on the spotlight, and hey, that's what I'm trying to do with Zaid.
You
I
got
think-
picked up in the first round back then, right? There was one year.
Back, this is like
Or not back then, I'm saying with Hazem.
yeah,
Wasn't
like
back then, that was
like-
like 5 years ago.
like 3-4 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it went undefeated.
I remember
Yeah.
that year, bro. I was a little kid back then. I remember
Crazy.
everyone was dogging you. They were like, Ubi. I don't know, they weren't even dogging you. They were calling Hazem crazy. They were like, Ubi in the first round. And they were all tripping. And that was like the talk. That was pretty funny back then.
Man, okay. You guys went 8-0, but man, that was like a low point of. We'll talk about it after, but it was kind of like a low point of the MFL. But we'll talk about that later. Wrap it up, Nadim.
You don't got a welcome to the MFL moment?
I can't think of any that I have, but the one time like I took like a break from MFL and I came back, then I got picked up by Siraj, and he had a stack squad. It was his first time being quarterback. He had everybody on his team, So I didn't have any opportunities to play. So one time Siraj started me versus EB at corner, right? I never play corner.
Yeah.
And then for 3 drives straight, I was getting cooked. Getting cooked. And then Siraj just subbed me out like, bro, I don't have it in me anymore.
But yeah, hopefully Waleed will see you on the field again soon, inshallah.
Hopefully.
But yeah, I think that wraps it up for this week. We appreciate you guys for watching. We love doing this stuff, man. So we appreciate your constant support. I mean, everyone's hyping me up about this thing, man. So it kind of makes me feel a little good about it. But yeah, we appreciate you guys for watching. See you guys next week, inshallah. MFL Field Vision